Excuse me, madam. Would you like anything from the library?
The library?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I would like some ice cream.
Ice cream it is, madam. Be right back with your books.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Rydel. Welcome back to my channel. I had a baby. Oh my gosh. He's over here. He's currently sleeping. He's doing so good. My tripod is a stack of diapers. Super is 2 weeks old today. I gave birth 2 weeks ago. So crazy. I can't believe it. It all seems not real. It's just surreal. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm probably gonna need like 6 parts to this video because I feel like I have so much to tell you guys. I asked you guys on Instagram for some postpartum questions about everything that you want to know about the last 2 weeks, how it's been. So we're just gonna dive right in and get started. First, let me just plug my phone in. First question from Capron: why are you so smexy? My cousin Lori also said, yeah, I'd like to know how you make it look so easy. You are Mom Malibu Barbie, so glam. Thank you. I don't know, I have a lot of energy as it is. You guys know I'm a very positive, happy person, and so I think that attributes a lot to it. But I also, and I'll dive into this more later because I think there's some questions on it, but I have him on a feeding schedule and it has literally made Capron and I's lives so easy. I highly recommend. I know that everyone has different schedules or different ways, opinions of doing things, etc., but it has definitely helped so much that we did a feeding schedule. And I got that from my mom, who is the nursing whisperer, the breastfeeding master. Becky Y. Bogle said, do you still plan on having 6 kids? Yes, I do. I'm ready. Capron's ready, and we're excited. XK McCormick said, how's your body recovering? It's doing great. I feel like I'm almost fully done with all of the postpartum recovery stuff. So it's been 2 weeks. Everyone's body heals at different paces. I can give you guys some TMI information, but I don't know if you want to know that, but maybe you do. That's why you're here. It's postpartum Q&A. I'm almost done bleeding, so that's nice. And I don't pee my pants anymore, so that's extra bonus. So Melissa Chauka says, has your feeding schedule been working out? And yes, it has. So everyone's gonna flip when I tell you this. People flip when I tell them in person, but we feed him every 4 hours. And this is from my mom, passed down from my mom. She didn't do it with me and my older brother. She didn't figure it out until she had Rocky, the middle child, third, and then she did it with Ross and Rylan, and it literally made the biggest difference in the world, and they were the best babies, whereas Riker and I were a little bit harder because she didn't do the schedule. When she did that, our next door neighbor growing up followed her and did it with her 4 kids, and she swears by it. And then my cousin did it, or my aunt did it with her 4 boys, same thing. It was the best thing they ever did. And then my mom's younger sister did it. Like, everyone has just done it now, so the proof is definitely in the pudding, and it has worked for all these mamas, which has been great. So it takes a couple days to adapt. Nursing in general is so hard to figure out, but once, you know, I had to learn it and the baby has to learn it. But babies are smart. They can pick up stuff quickly, and they like structure. I feed him every 4 hours, and then he sleeps through the night. He sleeps 8 hours, and he did that first night we were home because they're tired from birth. It was a lot of work for them, just like it was for me. Daniel DRD45 said, how has yours and Capron's sleep been? Love you and your family. Thank you. We love you too. So our sleep has been great because we have him on a schedule. All of us get to sleep the 8 hours through the night because we skip the 2 a.m. feeding. So basically, I feed him at 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m. and then we skip the 2 a.m. So we all sleep. I really only sleep like 6 hours because by the time I like get him down, feed him, shower, or get ready for bed, etc., then I maybe sleep like 6. It's funny because in one of our Funk family videos, I said, I'm like, oh, the baby's gonna sleep through the night or whatever. I was foreseeing that, like saying that, and a lot of the comments were all making fun of me, like, haha, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Babies don't sleep through the night. You have to feed them every 2 hours, yada, yada, yada. And in my head, I'm like, you just wait and see. Like, I know what I'm doing. My mom was a pro and she's here to help me. And so basically I'm just letting you guys know that it's possible to have a baby sleep through the night, and it will be amazing. Cleo Sultan said, what has been the hardest part about it? I think the hardest part truly is figuring out how to breastfeed. It's very, like, you just have to be so patient and you have to keep trying and trying and trying to get them to latch. And so that's just the trickiest part, and you just have to be patient with yourself, and it's never anything like you're never doing anything wrong. I think that's what happens with us moms, is we're so worried and we want to do everything for the baby, of course, and then we can easily stress ourselves out. But if you can keep yourself contained or whatever, because the baby can sense if you're stressed out. So if I'm like all stressed out and tense, then the baby's gonna be stressed out and tense. So you just have to like be like, and keep trying. Lopez Jenny 1 said, what's something that you didn't expect? Okay, so the main thing that I didn't expect was the holding your breath while you push, while you deliver. No one really ever told me that. Like, they're talking about the contractions and they're talking about all this other stuff, but no one was like, hey, by the way, when you're pushing, you gotta hold your breath for 10 seconds, which doesn't seem that long, but holy cow. If you guys saw the birthing video on our family channel's linked below, that was the hardest part for me to figure out, just because I was like, I'm so like out of breath, I can't breathe, I can't hold my breath that long. Before the next baby, I'm gonna do some breathing exercises and get really good at holding my breath. And how the doctor explained it is, if you inhale, like when I do big like, or like, or whatever, it like sucks the baby back up to your belly. And so it's just like reversing, rather than, that's why you have to hold your breath. This is my husband.
What's up, Delis?
Delis, yeah.
Okay, I love you.
Love you more. Nicole Jimenez said, how did you cope with first week of postpartum depression? So I, kind of like I touched on before, I've always just kind of been a very happy, positive person. So I did not have any postpartum depression. I have a very strong, powerful mind of staying as positive and optimistic as possible. So I refused to let myself even get into that zone. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I really enjoyed every single moment right when we got home. Nails by Canada said, when are you planning your next baby? I'm ready. Caitlin's obviously ready. But once I get the approval from my OB, then we'll go from there. But I feel great, and I'm ready. I could do this. Definitely do this 6 times. Isabel0768 said, cluster feeding, question mark. So this is sort of part what I don't believe in doing. I know there's gonna be a lot of like probably controversy in the comments below, and that's okay, because everyone's situation is so different. So let me just state, this is just my opinion. This is what's working for me, and I've seen work for a lot of other moms. And so I do not do cluster feeding at all, because then the baby quickly learns, like, if he cries, he'll get milk, and that's just, then he's in charge and I'm not in charge. So basically, mama's in charge, she's got a schedule, she's organized, then he already knows. Like, he literally almost wakes up on the dot every 4 hours and like, cool, I'm ready to eat. And the only times he cries is if his tummy hurts and you have to burp him or get him to toot or whatever. Ellie Lindeman said, any postpartum products you recommend? Yes, I've been loving the Frida disposable underwear. They come up high. I got the boy short versions, and so they're shorts, and then they kind of come up high and on your belly, which is nice. And they've just been really comfy, and then you can just toss them, or I've actually washed them. You can wash them, so that I've been able to reuse them a couple times, and then you can throw them out if they're like extra yucky. Paige.Harris says, have you done Super's nursery? Not yet. We just kind of finished, Cabron just built his crib, and so hopefully within the next 2 weeks we can hang everything and put things where they're supposed to be, and then we'll do a full room tour on our family channel for you guys of his room. Betty Kerr says, did it hurt down there after, and does it hurt now? Yeah, it definitely hurts down there because your epidural wears off, which is the painkiller that they use, the thing that goes in your back. And so it definitely hurts. And I think another person asked this, they said, did I tear? And I didn't tear because my doctor snipped right before he came. She obviously asked me, and I was like, yeah, go for it, I trust you. And so she cut me so that I didn't tear, which is kind of confusing because a couple of my friends tore, and they tore in like multiple places, and that sounds extra painful, but she cut me so that it's just a clean, small, straight line, and then I didn't have all these different tears. So that was really great. I'm really happy that she did that. I've heard your stomach feels like jello after giving birth. Is that true? Yeah, kinda. It's like whoop, 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 because there's so much like soft, squishy, loose skin. Also, my I'm actually still a teeny bit, well, I'm kind of bruised. Like when I press on my stomach and my belly button, it hurts. Not terribly. You're definitely kind of bruised everywhere just from all the pushing and everything your body went through. Michaela said postpartum belly, question mark. Well, it's funny because my belly button is still like so big. It's like a big circle because it was so stretched out. So that's the most funny thing I think about my postpartum belly. I've already started, like we started going on walks pretty soon after I had him, like maybe 5 days after. I've been trying to like just go on walks just to get moving and stuff like that, but I haven't started working out or anything like that. Taylor Hosick said, were there foods that you missed during your pregnancy because you couldn't have them? Yes, my main craving was sushi, like raw fish. Granted, I still had sushi while I was pregnant. I just had only cooked things, or I had like avocado rolls or veggie rolls, etc. I think literally the second day I was home, I had our family bring us sushi and I could have raw fish. Do you have any stretch marks from your pregnancy, says Allie Morris? Yes, I got them on my hips, both sides, and a little bit on the outside of my legs, but none on my tummy. And I literally think this is because, so I was so good about putting on lotions, oils, like 100 times a day, but I realized I only put them on my belly. Like I wasn't thinking about my hips widening, which is obvious now that I look back. I'm like, duh. I was only focusing on my belly. And so I think if I would have remembered to put oil on my hips, then they wouldn't really be there, but it's all right, it's evidence. Ad Rogan Buck said, does your body go back to how it was before pregnancy? I mean, not necessarily. I think the main thing that has helped me shrink a good amount in the last 2 weeks is because I'm nursing. When you nurse, your uterus contracts back down to its original size. So that's why I would recommend nursing. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but that will help you get your body to where it, now I don't need it to be where it was, because it went through a lot and it's really cool. Plus I'm gonna be pregnant again really soon. But literally while I pump, I literally like was looking at my belly one day and I saw it was literally going like shoo, shoo, like tightening. It was crazy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, you feel contractions when you, at the beginning, I don't really anymore, but you feel contractions when you first start nursing, and it's because your uterus is retightening. Oh, Emily Lorraine said, what are some tips to stay happy, healthy, and positive after giving birth? I think it's just really important to definitely surround yourself with some amazing people, your parents, a friend, your husband, whoever is helping you during that time. I think that's very important to have a positive atmosphere around you. My mom is so positive. Capron's mom is so positive. They're both just very happy people, happy souls. Positive thoughts are contagious, and so are negative thoughts. So if you have one negative thought, a lot of times it leads to another negative thought, and then another, and then another, and then like my older brother likes to say, then you're just on this downward spiral going down and deeper, and then you're like, and then all of a sudden you're just sad and depressed or whatever. So if you can flip that, very hard to do, it takes practice. If you can flip that and just do one positive thought or something you're grateful for, etc., then you're on the upward spiral. Let me know, comment down below if you guys want a part 2, and or if you want just a straight up nursing video scheduling that I can maybe help you guys with if you're down. And I'll get my mom in here too, because she is the nursing master. It's in her book, actually. Her and my dad wrote a very, very cute kids book, which actually she wrote it really just mostly for me, so that I could read it and have it at all times. And so she touches on nursing a little bit in there. I can link that below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Mwah.